Hey guys, this is Teckle and this is Satisfactory Update 6. We're going to be running a great playthrough, going for full progression here. Gonna jump straight into it, brand new game. Out of all these options, if you're brand new to Satisfactory, I would say pick out grass fields. This is ideal for the first time pioneers. You kind of see a little description about it. It's nice and flat, nice and easy to play. A little bit more difficult in the rocky deserts. The northern forest is my favorite. That's where we're going. It's a little bit more for experienced players that know how to traverse, how to fight, how to engage with the environment. And last but not least, the dune desert. Everything is a little bit more spread out, but it's a nice flat space. Definitely got to know what you're doing, understand the math behind all the different processes that you're going to be going through to progress through your game. But we're going to jump straight into the northern forest. So vanilla, full game. So this game has a lot of mods already. Boom. We're going to jump straight into it. So if you guys want to do mods, we can do a video for that. I can show you how to do that as well and add a bunch of different useful mods, fun mods that make the game easier. Some of them make it harder. But yeah, here we are. We're in space in a drop pod.
Attention Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated. Fixit Pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly.
This is Paternal Figure.
Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings.
Doctors say that the only remedy is alien artifacts.
Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis.
Literally what we're going to be doing. Vacuuming resources.
Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation. That's it. Get to work and be effective.
So obviously this is a factory
Warning,
game.
planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure. Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3.
The scary voice you guys are hearing. This is nothing to do with the beginning of the game, but it's a bug currently in the game, unfortunately, that just happens. But I know they're gonna fix it. This is still in early access, but they're basically done with the game. I'm looking forward to it coming out completely. Dropping down to the planet. There we go. Very nice.
Planetfall complete. Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
Efficiency first. Amen to that. I love it. Alright. So this is the
Welcome to
northern
Planet
forest.
Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall.
Damn.
Congratulations.
There could have been a chance I could have
Note:
died.
objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome to onboarding.
Alright, so you could see the hints coming up on
First
the left side.
objective. Please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base, from now on referred to as the hub. Note: Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste.
Alright, so we press E, so we can pull out our tool right here. And then you can dismantle with left mouse button.
All important Fixit data and communication is recorded and stored in the codex, including these steps.
good. So the codex kind of gives you all the information. You can click O to open codex. You have a bunch of useful stuff here. We could figure out how to make things, what it takes to do. You could also add it to a to-do list that comes up on your right, and you can kind of see what you need to make it at all times right here. Right, so you see it on your right.
Second
Nice to-do
objective.
list.
Please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone. Note: according to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats.
Alright, so now we know there's extraterrestrial threats. So we click the tab to open inventory and drag and drop equipment to the hand slot. Tab. This is the equipment shortcuts up here. They're going to pop up whatever's in your inventory that could go in your hand.
Third objective. Please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron. Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
So iron is like your basic resource that you're always going to need. And that's kind of what you start out with. You want to avoid these green clouds of poison. So these are lizard doggos. They're our friends, and you can make them pets. Very good. So along the way, as I'm traveling here, I'm also picking up a bunch of the leaves, wood. Not so much the flowers. I don't need them as much, but I like the leaves and the wood because that's your first resource. So as you can see, I took a little path to the left to come up to here. This is going to be our starting location. To some of you, you might already know this. If you take a look on the left, find and collect iron ore. We've just opened up with V, our scanning tool. The only option we have is ore for iron. And boom. Comes up right there. It gives you the distance, how far it is. You want to avoid those guys too. Those are your basic enemies right there. Get a nice little notification when you're about to be attacked by them. So they kind of do like a predictable pattern of attack. All you gotta do is just jump out the way. Don't get hit as much as you can. These are cool. These are little drop pods that crashed. And you usually put in something to get something out of it. Alright, so you get a little USB drive or whatever it is with some information, with alternative recipes to different items, that kind of stuff. So this needs one modular frame, something we get on later. Let's collect a few more things. Alright, just a few random items hanging about. So we just gotta remember that it's here and come back to it. These are green creatures. I don't know, these are space giraffes, I'm guessing. Space elephants. One or the other. They're friendly, they don't fight, they don't do anything. Just kind of make noise. Alright, so this is going to be our starting area. So you'll see, this is a copper ore, this is for the future, but you'll see these things on top of ores, and you want to break them down just by pressing F and holding it down. Once you break this down, this ore is actually available to mine, and you could put down machines to mine it. These little buggers are very hard to kill, but you want to get nice and quick to killing the main little pod that I guess spews out the little bugs out of it. So I'll show you the bugs. So once they come out, pop them mid-air like that. But you want to break this as fast as possible because it'll keep making the bugs. We want to watch our health while we do this. Alright, kill that one in time. So this is the iron ore. You see this is pure right there. So pure is going to make you 120 iron ore out of the miner.
Fourth objective.
So this is very important.
Build the hub. Note: to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed. Caution: ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
So these are great hints. They definitely do help out with the game for sure. So I just clicked Q to open up our builder menu. We click on the hub. We already have the parts to build the hub. So I'm gonna turn around this way. I'm gonna place it somewhere around right here. Seems good. So the hub is a little bit naked right now, but that's our goal, to build it up. We have a craft bench to make things.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench. Hub Feature Hub Terminal. 5th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 1. Note, the craft bench and hub terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Alright, so hub upgrade number 1. These are the rewards we're getting: the equipment workshop, portable miner, and a few extra inventory slots. All we need is 10 iron rods. Click select. Alright, so the way we make the iron rods, we first need iron ingots. You come to the craft button, you could hold it down with your mouse, or you could press and hold for like a half a second your spacebar, and it does it on its own. That way you don't have to keep clicking. We're gonna make a bunch of ingots. Alright, and now that we're done with all the ingots, we have two options. Out of the ingots, we could make iron plates or iron rods. Right now we just need 10 iron rods up here, so let's just make those real quick. Alright, and that gets made a lot quicker. We go back to the hub terminal, and you can either drag and drop the iron rods, or you could hold down control and it drops right in as you click on it. Click on the upgrade and boom, first upgrade complete.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Building Workshop, Equipment Portable Miner, Inventory Additional Slots, Hub Feature Personal Storage. 6th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 2. Note, portable miners require no power and will mine a node until their inventory is full. Note, multiple portable miners can be used on a single node.
Very good. So as you could just see, while Ada was talking, I did upgrade 2. Got all the things that we need for the milestone. We just went ahead and upgraded. Boom. Very nice. Hub upgrade 2 complete.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Biomass Burner, Scanner Feature Copper, New Buildings and Recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively. 7th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 3. Note, connect buildings to a biomass burner for power. Note, buildings such as the smelter require a recipe to be set. Advice, automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
So in the meantime, I'm just gonna quickly clean up this area so that we have a nice, clean working space around our area as we build up, so that we could just get all the basics done and set up our first automations. So we cleaned up this area a little bit for what we could, just so it's a nice clean space. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got to do. Let's use our little tool. Oh, and we're gonna hit copper right there. That should have scanned. There we go. Right, so there's 2 copper nodes, one right above it, right there. So we could use the copper there. These are the iron nodes. So I'm just gonna come here, take a look what we need here. Alright, so this is all pretty easy stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get that done for you real quick. Right, back at the hub, now we're just gonna drop in all the resources required and upgrade to upgrade 3. There we go. Alright, so we get new buildings, new parts, new scanner
Congratulations,
resources.
you have unlocked Scanner Feature Limestone, New Buildings and Recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively. 8th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4. Note, use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results.
So, power network. Power network is going to be like one of the biggest things. Power is your enemy. Unfortunately, that's just the way the game rolls. The biggest difficulty you're going to have is figuring out the right spacing, the distancing between things, and that's why I like the Northern Forest. but also really figuring out your power situation to as much as possible to have the power that you need to actually do what you want, to build the factory that you want. So real quick, we're going to go ahead and build the equipment workshop right here, placing it down anywhere. With F you can access it, and as you can see, we need a few portable miners. So what we need for this, 2 iron plates and 4 iron rods, nice and easy. So I need a little bit more iron, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now we're turning the iron into iron ingots, just so that we could go ahead and use them to make the actual resources we need for the portable miners, and start slowly automating things to build up our factory. Alright, now back at the equipment workshop, we go ahead and select a portable miner. We have everything that we need, and we're gonna craft a few of these. As you can see, it takes a few clicks to do it, and just one more. Boom. Now when we go into tab or inventory, you see equipment shortcuts. These are things that you can put in your hands. Alright, so this is the portable miner. I love these cute little guys. You can just drop him down. Boop. With a left click, and I love this. I wish I made a toy like this, or a little figurine for your desk. That'd be great. And the little guy goes to mine. You can see his eyes get serious. I love it. Alright, so we're gonna put down a few of these. And I'll put another one down here. You can put as many as you want on the iron ore. The only issue is that you can't automate these guys. So if you click F, you can pick up whatever he's mining. They fill up pretty quickly. They mine pretty quickly, which is great. But you can't automate them. And bam. Alright, so this guy's gonna get his copper. As you can see, these guys fill up pretty quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn all that iron really quick into some ingots. An absolute eternity later, we turned all that iron into iron ingots, and now we're just going to make a few iron plates and iron rods, pretty much evenly balanced, so that we have enough of the resources to start building up. Your goal is to automate as much as possible and not do this at all, because you're wasting a whole ton of time and it's just not efficient. Right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get upgrade 4 for the upgrade hub. Right, this requires us to do something new, which is concrete, which should be nice and simple. The reason why I chose this spot here is because the concrete is right there. All the 3 starting resources are nice and easy and close by. There's a few other resources for later on, like quartz, coal over there, there's water. These are all important resources for the future. Fight these little buggers up here. Alright, so we took a little bit of damage there, but that's okay. So same thing, you just break down the limestone at the top right here. There we go, perfect. So this is a pure one as well, which is great, and you guys are going to see why these are so important things. So just going to get another portable miner real quick, maybe 2. There we go. And come over here to the craft bench. As you can see, we could make some concrete. So it takes 3 limestone to make 1 piece of concrete. So we need a few more iron plates, so let's get that done real quick. Portable miner, let's grab that. As you can see, they stopped once they collected what they needed. Alright, let's make a few iron ingots real quick. So you can see right here it pops up what you can make based on what you have, so that's very convenient for little things like this. And upgrade 4 complete for the hub. So we're slowly getting upgraded, more spots.
You have unlocked building, conveyor belts and poles. Inventory, additional slots. 9th objective, complete hub upgrade 5. Note, portable miners cannot be connected to conveyor belts. Advice, when planning the construction of buildings, note the placement of conveyor belts.
Remember the leaves and all the wood that I had you guys collect as you run around. This is very important because you're going to put it into the biomass burner, and it's going to burn that to make electricity. So this is going to be your power, which is going to be your biggest constant fight as you build a bigger and bigger factory, so you want to take care of that as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna go ahead and come here, grab the copper that it made from the portable miner here, open up our building menu. So you can see the special buildings. For now we only have the hub, the production, we have the constructor, the smelter, and the workstations, which is the craft bench and equipment workshop. These are things that you use specifically. These are things that you can automate. We have our power lines and our logistics. I'm gonna jump right here. So what I'm doing actually is I'm sliding with the C key for crouch as I'm running. So it's shift, you slide and jump. So that slide jump kind of just keeps your momentum and you get around much quicker, much easier versus just normal running. It's a little bit boring, a little bit slow. So let's get some of these things crafted up and we're gonna do the upgrade 5. So in the meantime, as you're doing these things, you know, you could go to the craft bench, set it up, you press your space button and you could literally walk away as this is happening. Do whatever you gotta do. That's what I personally do very often. Clean the house, hang out, do whatever I need to do. And then you can come back once this is done, especially in the beginning of the game. So the constructor needs 2 reinforced iron plates. As you can see at the bottom there, kind of shows you what you need. So if we go back here, right, we can look through all these and we can see reinforced iron plates. What do we need? We need screws. How do you make screws? You can see it all right there. It's perfect, and it kind of shows you. Earlier we picked up some screws and some reinforced iron plates. Make a constructor, let's say right here and right here. These guys construct things. So once you already have the ingots, you can construct things in them. So I'll say this is the recipe for iron plates. So you need 30 iron ingots coming in per minute, and then it's going to create 20 per minute. Alright, so this is very important. This is just a little bit of the math that you're going to do in the game. Just going to drop some of the ingots manually there. And then iron right here, iron rods. So same thing, it only takes 15 per minute to come out with 15 per minute iron rods. So what I like to do is I like to take the power pole. I just click the 1 key right here. Take the wire, you click it on the power pole, and then you click it onto the building. And it automatically connects. And as you can see, if I drag it, once I've clicked on the power pole, there's another power pole here. Click again and click to the biomass burner. So we're going to go in here and we're going to just put in some of the leaves here. It's going to turn on automatically. It's going to turn that into electricity. You can see that right now, if we take a look here, our production is 8 megawatts of power and our consumption is 8 megawatts of power. Basically, that's in comparison to whatever you're using, that's what it's going to produce. The most a biomass burner can produce is 20 megawatts of power. You can see it here, and it takes 80 per minute of leaves, so it eats up quite a bit. So you want to move on from biomass burners as soon as possible, or take a different fuel source. But as you can see, our constructors are already making what we told them to make. And we're back with all the resources we needed. Okay, let's upgrade to hub level 5. Very good. Waiting for a little spaceship to come
Congratulations,
in.
you have unlocked Building Miner Mark
But I don't
1.
remember if
Building
that's
Storage
now
Container.
a little bit
Hub
later.
feature Additional Biomass Burner. 10th objective. Complete hub upgrade
Next
6. Note, there are no notes.
Alright, very good. So basically saying you already kind of know what to do. So we finally got the miners. So we'll come over here, pick up the miner. Now, a miner Mark 1, that's to make it automatic. It takes an actual portable miner, a little bit of iron plates, and some concrete. So what we're going to do right here is just going to drop one of these guys down. Let's align it like this and like that, the way it looks, and boom. So these guys have to be connected to the power. So again, grab a power line and connect it to, let's put another one down. Connect these together. That way we have more connections on this one. So now this is going to make 120 iron ore per minute. This is very important because we're going to produce a lot more than we use. And because this is iron ore, we need a smelter. If you press control, your left control button, it kind of snaps to these green guidelines, as you can see. Alright, I'm gonna feed that straight into the smelter. Iron ingots for the recipe. It takes 30 per minute, and it's gonna spit out 30 per minute of iron ingots. This is making 120. So later on, we're gonna be able to split it up for 4 of these guys, get the full capacity of what it can do. I'm just gonna connect this one to the power. Let's take these constructors down. We can take this down as well. Let's connect this to this guy. Put one more down over here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a constructor, holding left control as well. So I'm clicking third button. And as you see at the bottom of your Hot Wheel, you can see the conveyor belt, and I'm just using that to connect these two. I'm going to choose iron plates. We're going to need a lot of those. And again, we just need some power. It's going to make some iron plates for us. So, that guy's bugging out a little bit. And now we're just going to slowly automate everything else. In the meantime of me setting up a little bit more automation for a few things, my power went out. So it makes a cool noise, and I forgot to connect this second biomass burner that we have here to create the power. So I'm just going to refuel the leaves, and right here you have a fuse box. Pull that down. Boom. And it just turned on. Alright, so our capacity is now 40, right, which is 2 of the biomass burners. Our consumption is at 21. So as you can see here, I already started automating another piece. Because I can't split these just yet, I have this smelter just manually feeding it all the iron ore that we have. And it's slowly making iron rods for me. So for the concrete, we've gone ahead and put down a miner here on the concrete. We've put down a constructor here because they don't need to be smelted down. We brought some power to it, so we're just going to connect this guy and this guy here. And we're going to take a conveyor belt from this guy and right in here. You can see the helpful arrows that show you where to go. Click concrete, and boom, we're going to be making concrete now. Once we have all of the parts that we need for our hub terminal, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Drop those in and upgrade. Boom. Hub upgrade 6 completed. There we go. Spaceship I've been waiting for. Hello, buddy.
Congratulations.
That
You
guy.
have unlocked building
Professional.
space elevator, building biomass burner, heart, biomass. Motivational message. Congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service. Additional knowledge. The hub terminal has been converted to give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit-approved protocols. Note: future developments should be aimed at constructing the space elevator and, as such, initiating project assembly. Good luck.
Alright, so don't forget to feed your biomass burners. We're going to take a look at Tier 1 for our milestones. First one is base building, logistics, and field research. So for me, first and foremost, base building is great, but I'd like to take care of logistics because this gives me a splitter, a merger, and field research is last, where you get access to the map research, object scanner, and a few other handy dandy things. So logistics, let's do logistics first. Let's drop these in. Now we can see what we need for our crafting. Feeding in manually, so let's need some of these rods, a few more plates. Also, while I'm in here wasting my life away turning the very basic simple things into another simple thing by hand, I've taken a look over here, and we actually have a new category to turn the leaves into biomass and the wood into biomass as well, which burns for longer, so that means you have more electricity. Over here at our power, we're just going to replace I made the biomass out of leaves and woods, which is going to replace this with the biomass fuel that's a little bit better, and reset our fuse box. Oh, power on. Let's get rolling. Over on this side for our copper, we're going to go ahead and start making copper real quick. Just automate this quickly just to get a few basic things. There we go, so that's rolling in. A few constructors here real quick. Let's put them down here. It's a little bit better space. Alright, so our grid cannot handle what we have happening, so we're going to have to build another biomass burner right here. So these are portable ones. So this is just all temporary that I'm setting up here. Just so we can get some power going. There we go. And then let's connect this to our main grid. Alright, let's put in some biomass in here and reset the fuse box again. So over here, we want to go ahead and make a bunch of wires. Perfect. And we're going to complete the next milestone, which is logistics, and that's going to make a lot of these things way easier. Alright, so now that we got all our parts, we're just going to go ahead and dump these in here and launch the pod. So for the first time, we're actually going to see our little
Conveyor
pod.
belts can now merge, split, and lift to
ahead and
increase the
fly away.
complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation. The
Definitely.
productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
If you take a look here, you can see the productivity of this is super low. Right? It's only at like 30%. Because the iron ore is piling up in here, because it's producing too quickly for this belt to eat it, to send it somewhere else. Same thing here. This efficiency is obviously at 100% because it's getting all the iron that it needs, and so on and so forth. So next episode, what we're going to play with is some really cool new things. The conveyor lift, which just raises the anything that we're bringing through it up or down, which is really great. It's the conveyor merger that brings a bunch of conveyors together, and the conveyor splitter that splits them off into different parts. You're gonna love what this has to include. I love this part of the whole building process, figuring out how to use these guys accurately. And the storage container, of course, we had that open as well. That's going to be definitely fun. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next episode of our playthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment of what you'd like to see me build, or if you have any questions. Alright, peace.
Exit freighter reentry complete.